The temperature is at operating temperature. The AC is on. The battery is charged. Plenty of fuel. Oil pressure's good. Engine's running. But I am fucked, but we are fucking roasting in this damn truck. Signing off. Hello, YouTube. Hello, MGTOW. Hello, redpill. This is redpill on the wind. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to start the engine because, well, one, it's hot here, and two, I need to adjust the steering wheel in order to be able to hold the phone at the proper height so that I could then use the camera. There we go. Now, here we have another live stream. And I decided to make this one special. Since somebody for the past few months seem to keep certain situations out of their mouth. I'm not going to call it people, I'm going to call them situations. You know, because every MGTOW, every red pill has their own situation they've been through that brought them to the red pill. Now, the main topics are what men wanted before red pill and the MGTOW, single mothers expectations of you, and the big topic of the day is Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, first things foremost, get this understanding straight. Every man has a situation. Every man in the red pill and MGTOW have a situation that brought them to MGTOW and or the red pill. It's that simple. It's simple. Either A, you were married and divorced. B, you basically looked around at the quality of women that you have access to. C, which brings me to the first, which is bringing us close to the first topic that I'm going to understand, which would be single mothers. You both know and don't know where they have been at the same time, and I'm gonna break this to you because this topic's gonna lead into the single mothers, because I'm at the age to where everybody my age either have a family, is married, and has children. Well, first things foremost, I want to say, every chick my age, I both know and don't know where they have been at the same time. What does that mean? Simple. Very simple. You grew up with these people. I mean, and it's the same reason why men prefer younger. It's another reason why men prefer younger women. It's the very reason why men prefer to have a virgin, would rather marry a virgin. Because anybody our age that has been ran through, we both know and don't know at the same time where they have been. If you grew up with somebody, you know what they have been through. You know what they've done. It's just that simple. All you have to do is had to do it at that time when you were younger, is open your eyes. Open your eyes. You know? It's just that simple. Like I said, you know what they've been, but at the same time, you don't know. How do you know what you've been? Because you were around them. You saw the games that you played when you were younger. You saw the games of hide, go, get it. If you don't know what hide and go get it is somebody hides and you go find it, and when you find it, you go get it. Go get that cootie cat or that or that Johnson. I'll save that joke for the last for the big topic. Which brings us into the next topic: single mothers. It is not my fault. It is not my fault. Actually, we'll backtrack. Single mother's expectations of you. She expects you to pay the bill, pay her bills, take care of her children, to which you did not sire into this world, which you did not bring into this world because their daddy ain't gonna do it. Because the person they picked to have the child does not want anything to do with the woman that has been ran through 3 by 3, 4, 5, 6 other men. And you're now the 7th, 8th, 9th man that they've slept. They expect you to do all of this. And most of the time, you can't even get a sniff the panties. Okay. Oh, it's no, like that. Okay. And not all sewing needles will cut you, will stab you. It's not about the stab you. It's about the fact that you're gonna put yourself in a situation to put your hand in the underneath the sewing needle. Are you gonna put your hand in the situation? Are you gonna put your hand in the situation to where you're in vicinity of a operating sewing needle? I mean, if you do that's your kink, not mine. Now, it makes no sense. Oh, but them kids need a daddy. Them kids need a daddy. Hold on, I need to make it more convincing. Oh, them kids need a daddy. Right. How you doing today? Hey, how y'all doing today? I would like to welcome Polska Bob, JR, Billy the Goat. But as I said, I gotta make this convincing when I say it. Them kids need a daddy. It's so sad that these kids don't have a father. Well, you should have took that up with the man you screwed. It is what it is. It sucks. But guess what? Life ain't fair, ladies. Life ain't fair. You know, which brings us to the next topic: what men wanted before the red pill. As I said before, life ain't fair. What you gonna do? Because if life was fair, I would have already been happily married with about 2 or 3 children, running around in school, getting ready to grad. Some of them ready to graduate. If life was fair, if life was fair, I would have had a house at 25. If life was fair, you know, but life isn't fair. And you need, and men need to understand. A lot of these simps, a lot of these people like Dr. Umar Johnson need to understand that you put yourself in a situation that is not advantageous to you, you're going to get messed up. You are going to get messed up. It's just that simple. Which brings us to what men originally wanted before joining MGTOW and the red pill. You know, first for many men, it started out as you wanted to be a part. You wanted to basically have a woman of your community that was of your community. You know, the black community, the white community, the Chinese, Japanese, whatever the heck community. Like it originally wanted that, but over time, it then went from that, depending on how far you wanted how fast you fell into the red pill, to I just want somebody who actually treats me worth a darn. And then over time, some people got married thinking that they were going to get that and ended up divorced and run through the coals about 2, 3, 4, 5 times before they finally get the point that they were bashing their head against the brick wall. The definition of insanity, people, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And I'm not going to be insane if I can't enjoy it. I'm not going to be insane if I can't enjoy it. Now, what I wanted, again, I wanted to have maybe a few kids, couple kids, you know, somebody who respected me, you know, and it's like, I didn't give a darn who it was, as long as I did not get crushed by them. You know, as long as I didn't get crushed by them, either physically, emotionally, or psychologically. I didn't want to get crushed. I don't want a person who's going to basically crush my pelvis and have me look like Philip J. Fry during the Snoo episode. It's not death by snoo. It's only death by snoo. It's only death by snoo is only enjoyable when the person's proportions are not looking like an upside, not looking like a pear without a neck. It's only enjoyable when a person's not looking like Grimace. You know, not looking like an old late '90s meme where the kid ain't got no neck, look like a turtle, shaking around like peanut butter jelly time. I don't know if y'all remember that meme, but I'm old. I'm old. I didn't want to get crushed emotionally by living in a house where somebody is just basically going to berate and belittle me at any corner of the house, at any living time of the house. Every time I'm there, I don't want to have to sit in my car for 5, 10, 15 minutes of the day, of the night after work, trying to get mentally prepared. I don't want to, like I said, I didn't want to go through that. That's why I'm red pill. That's why I'm MGTOW. Make me an offer I can't refuse. You know? And then when I get exposed to the red pill, we got women saying, "Oh, I am the table. I am the table. What do you bring to me?" Right. Okay. You keep thinking that. You keep believing that. And you go far, and you'll reach the stars. Isn't that what they tell every single Hollywood actor? Oh, let me rephrase that. Every single aspiring Hollywood actor. Can't you tell that I'm lying when I say you go far, you'll reach the stars with that way of thinking? Okay. There. Exact. And the thing is like, for me, it is what it is. I understand that I'm not going to get what I wanted before the red pill. You know? Which brings me into Dr. Umar Johnson. Woo! Boy! If there ever was a person whose name is fitting, it's Dr. Umar Johnson. And he is a Johnson among Johnsons. He is a Johnson among Johnsons. You know, to have the audacity to even suggest, to even imagine somebody telling somebody like me that I need to raise somebody else's seed, somebody else's crotch goblin. Bless your heart. Bless your heart, sweet summer child. Bless your heart. You know, you have to be a you would have to be a Johnson. A really big Johnson. To think that saying something so prolifically stupid would ever pass and you would not be laughed at. You know? You would have to be an epic Johnson. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? I'm not sure if you could catch the nuance. You know? To suggest that I take what I've earned, take what I've built, and bring a single mother with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children into my place, into my abode. Ooh, my Lord, have mercy, this boy. You have some audacity to even dream of something like that. To think that that was going to slide. To think that that was ever going to slide, that somebody wasn't going to say something. You are, that is a, see, that right there is a prime example of a Johnson. I'm not going to risk half of my stuff for a single mother. Them kids need a daddy. Too bad. She should have picked better. Oh, one more thing. It's not because this live stream is not because I didn't like how they handled they manned up and yada yada yada, and how they held down their household. I'm not worried about their household. I don't care about their household. Their household is not my problem. Neither is any aspect about them. It's the simple fact is I pay taxes and it goes to them. My problem is simply Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson making some BS craziness, saying that I got to look after them. But those are the same women that called me an Urkel. Those are the same women that called me a Carlton Banks, called me an educated lame, called me a nerd, called me a geek. They got that when I was, they get, you know, they got their brothers to jump me because I showed interest. Please. Tell me, Tell me you're gonna call me an Oreo because I won't help the black community. The community. You know? And then you got this what's his degree in? What is his degree in? What is this dude's degree in? What is he a doctor of? You know? I could call myself a doctor of anything nowadays, I guess. I guess that's how it works. Call yourself a doctor, you get to call you're a doctor, I guess. That's how it works nowadays, I guess. Right. I don't care what school he went to. It don't matter. He don't suggest that I take care of some kids because them kids got a daddy. It's either one or two situations. They had a daddy, and their mom basically pushed him out of the house, or they got a daddy, and his mom, the kid's mom, was just a booty call because the kid's daddy got her another got another reason tingling. And what the thing you're dealing with here with Dr. Umar Johnson is him assuming that men like me didn't have their fathers in their life. Period. I had Dr. Umar Johnson. I had my father in my life. I had my father in my life. I lived with my father and my mother while they were alive. They were both married. My mother could trust my father. My father could trust my mother. They went out together while my grandmother, and my grandmother and my grandfather watched over me and my family, me and my sister. We've had our father in our life. I lived with him. I was there with my father to perform CPR when he had his first heart attack in front of me. In fact, there might be audio recording on how calm I was as a kid. I remember on my dad's final days on his deathbed, I was there holding his hand, holding my father's hand. And you're not going to tell me that I have to look after somebody who had a child that is not mine, that did not come from my loins, that did not come from my loins. Because their mother had zero accountability, had zero responsibility for any of her actions because men like you allowed it. Men like you allowed these women to get away with the crap that they're getting into today. Men like you protected them on their BS. For you to have the audacity, the innate audacity to sit here on social media live and blame men like me that I'm the reason why these single mothers are bitter and mad when they literally turned me down left, right, and center. Somebody who's had their father in their life and tell me that I need to repent. You are out of your doggone mind. Because I was there when my father died in that hospital bed. And I was there to bury him. Just like as he was there since I was born, I was there at his end. So you're not going to tell me that I need to sit here and raise somebody else's child due to their lack of responsibility and their lack of accountability and be sit there and disrespected in my own house. This is Red Pill in the Wind, signing off.